the Dbacks and the Rangers to win the NLCS and ALCS. The last time a male Arizona sports team made it to a championship series was the Cardinals back in 2009 when they defeated the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game. Now we see the Dbacks up against the Phillies, and Corbin Carroll, the sensational star shortstop, made his major league debut against the Philadelphia Phillies. The Astros, I can see them losing in 6 games. The Rangers' record in the playoffs will be 9-2. Astros Camacho 92. Now, it is true that in the 7th consecutive ALCS, the Astros can go 5-2 in these ALCSs. Well, they're going for 5-2 against the Rangers. But then again, you know how symbolic 47 is because there are 47 degrees in the Freemasonic compass. So we may have to go in Freemasonry here. 47 in the Masons instead of going for 5-2. Dusty Baker with a loss would be his 19th loss in the playoffs. Baker's 19. Astros is Camacho 19. Or Astro by itself is Camacho 19. It just makes a lot of sense for the Texas Rangers again. I mean, you think about it, their 57th postseason win. The Mets lose out. Scherzer wins the World Series. DeGrom wins the World Series. It's just 2 versus 1. Mets is Camacho 57. And then, yeah, it is true that it is Bryce Harper that is Camacho of the 119th World Series in 65, but you have to be beware of the Camacho traps. So right here, if they do finish with 63 losses, let's see, Rangers, Camacho 63, the Phillies could miss out of the postseason in its entirety. Now let's see the Dbacks. It's interesting because the Dbacks, you know, they'd be going for their 26th loss against Harper, or rather Bryce is Camacho 26. Now also it's true the Dbacks get their 26th win against Harper as well. 7-6, like 1776. The declaration could be. Although the D-backs 13th postseason series to make it back to World Series, it's D-backs, that's Camacho 13. The D-backs and Phils is actually lean up to next year. Whoever finishes as runner-up to the Texas Rangers, it would have to be the D-backs, because here's the scoop for that. Their 34th win could occur to win the World Series. Let's see what we have. Max Scherzer is going to tie into this in some way. I think it's Bruce Bochy's record that we have to keep an eye out for. Bochy, the former manager of the San Francisco Giants. This is what we're thinking of right here. 49 wins can go for 53 wins. Could he face off against Bryce Harper with 53 wins in the World Series? But keep in mind, he can get his 57th win to win the World Series with the Rangers. World Series is 57. And the Diamondbacks is Camacho 57. Bruce Bochy can get his 57th win all time in the postseason against the Diamondbacks. And let's see, Diamondbacks is Camacho 42. 42 is also the Camacho of Aaron Judge as well. If Aaron Judge is the next winner of the scripted World Series after this year. But the Astros run's going to come to an end. I'm liking 57 wins for Bruce Bochy when he defeats the Dbacks. Just got to go with the after sequence rather than the before sequence. I mean, you look at the Atlanta Braves list of seasons, they're going for 110 wins against the Phillies to advance to NLCS. Philadelphia Phillies is 110, so it didn't happen. You have to be aware of some double codes by design. Now, the D-backs record ever since their last championship is going to be significant. So, how many playoff wins would this be? Is that going to be significant in some way? 15 wins since winning the World Series in 2001 to make it to World Series against Texas. Texas, Camacho 15. Now, postseason series record since 2001. 1-3 like the Camacho D-backs. They're 4-4. If they're 4-5 since the World Series, it would happen against the Phillies. Phillies, Camacho 45. But also 5 wins in 9 series. That's Camacho of Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer, Camacho 59. I mean, Bryce Harper's a 21-3 lifepath numerology. I mean, the Phillies, when they win the World Series, it could be actually in their 21st series all time. Their 21st series win all time. So that's what we have to be. That's what we have to say. Beware, caveat emptor, is what is the meaning of the 21-3 birth numerology of Bryce Harper? It may have to do with the Phillies' win series record. The Phillies can get their 65th postseason loss to be eliminated. Bryce Harper, Camacho 65. Philadelphia, Camacho 65. So that's what we have to be aware of with Philadelphia. A postseason record since 2008. 2-1, 3-1, 3-3, 6-3, 6-4. Phillies is Camacho 64. 8-4, 8-5. Their postseason record can be since they last won the championship. D-backs are coming off a series win against the LA Dodgers. So in reverse, they can be 8-5 postseason record since their last World Series victory. Now the D-backs can be 8-5 in the playoffs after being the LA Dodgers. LA Dodgers is 85. And you know, again, Torey Lovullo is Camacho 57, the Rangers' 57th win against the Diamondbacks, against Torey Lovullo. Lovello, it's a weird pronunciation. Lovello is Camacho 28. Phils is Camacho 28. D-backs, the D-backs again is Camacho 28. Arlington is 47. If it's Rangers in 6, the Astros can be 4-7 in the ALCS during the 7-year run. Arlington, Texas 55. They can fall to the 5-5 that we spoke about before. And the list of Texas Rangers seasons. The series record for the Astros. and show a series record. They could be 6-2 his series record, Dusty Baker. Arlington, Texas, Camacho 62. The Rangers can win the series in 6 games and lose game 1. So 7-8, then 8-8. What would be the meaning of 8-8? That is an interesting question. I guess we have to find out. What about the amount of time from their last World Series victory? Mets is Camacho 12. They'd win World Series 12 years after their last AL pennant. They can be 4-3 since their World Series loss to be champion. Champion is Camacho 43. Their 15th win since losing the World Series, Texas Camacho of 15.